Hi guys, it's Christine here. So today is part 2 of what it means to get saved, about relationship with God, what it means to be a Christian. So last week we talked about how God made the world, and I can't just give you a single verse and expect you to understand everything behind it to explain all of the weight and the importance of the words in those verses. So I'm giving you a little bit of a background here so that when you do hear those verses, because you're probably going to hear them now and then, I hope, that then you can kind of understand them a little bit better. So last week we learned about how God made the world so beautiful, intricately made with rules and laws, gravity. God made the sun to come up and go down at certain times. He made the moon to shine and the stars to be bright, and he made everything to revolve around everything in the right way so that our world wouldn't freeze or burn. So all the rules that God made to make our world so beautiful and so perfect, the reason for that is because of his great love. The Bible says that God is love. God actually defines what love is for us in the Bible. So we learn about God being our creator owner. So not just did he create us, and he called us very good, but he actually owns us. And when we think of ownership of a person, usually we think in context of like slavery and evil things. But remember who God is. So think of it in terms of the most wonderful person that could ever own a pet, loving that pet, doing absolutely everything they could to make that pet so happy. That's what God does for us. And really, we're like animals when we compare ourselves to the perfection and awesomeness of God, right? We just don't even stand up to him. So God made the world intricately, awesomely, beautifully. He called it good. God made Adam and Eve very good. That's what he said when he made Adam and Eve. Did I tell you? When he made Eve, first he made Adam out of dust and breath. He created life. Then he said, oh, it's not good for man to be alone. I'm going to make a helper for him. So he took from Adam in a deep sleep, and he took a rib from Adam's side. He didn't take a toe or a pinky. He took from the side. And to me, this is such a beautiful picture of how God sees woman. We are not beneath or behind. We stand side by side. And God made us just as equally important as men. And I think it's beautiful how God did it. So everything's perfect. Since God is so perfect, his home is also perfect. So let's talk heaven. Oh my gosh, you guys, heaven's amazing. So when I was a kid, I don't think I fully grasped how awesome heaven was. And so the idea of dying and going to heaven wasn't actually appealing to me. I was like sitting on a cloud, strumming a harp, eating cream cheese for eternity? No, thank you. Right? Oh my gosh, that's not reality. So the Bible says heaven is like the most amazing, like God made it, you guys. So not only is it more incredible than our minds can even grasp, but God himself lives there. And we get to be in his presence whenever we want to. His very presence is the light that keeps it bright there. We won't have a sun. We won't have a moon or stars. We will have God, and he will be all the light that we need. And it is going to be a light that is like filling our souls with warmth, you guys. It's going to be a light that is like something we've never experienced before. Plus, he's going to have a banqueting table. And God having a banqueting table, think about it for just 2 seconds. God's banqueting table is going to be like the most incredible food, because think about all the wonderful things that you eat that you absolutely love. It's going to be a million times better than that, because God is making a banqueting table for us. And one day we're going to come on horses. So guess what? There's horses. My guess is that there's other animals in heaven too. Heaven's going to be awesome. He's making a place, mansions for us. And if God's making a mansion, again, awesome. So one of the ways that they describe heaven is that the gates are like each post is one giant pearl. So imagine heaven being miles high, miles wide, like this thing you've never seen before, and a gate in front of it, big enough to be a gate in front of it, is a pearl. So we've got these giant pearls. We're walking along. The road is made of gold that looks like crystal or glass. Like it is. This is going to be incredible, you guys. We can't even begin to imagine how amazing it's going to be. And then to top it all off, we're going to be in God's presence. And if you have a relationship with God, this is what makes it the most exciting part. All the best food in the world, all the beautiful diamonds and jewels and pearls in the world does not compare. God who made man's wisdom, God who made brains, is the one that we get to hang out with. And we can ask him all the questions we want. We get to actually worship him and just be in his presence, you guys. It's going to be so, so incredible. Okay, so I told you we were going to talk about hell today. When God made the world, at some point along the way, he made angels. Now, there was this one special angel, and he was the most beautiful. The way that God describes him in the Bible is that he is infinitely more beautiful and infinitely more wise than the other ones. And so here's this one angel that God gives special jobs to, and he decides he's not happy. He doesn't like heaven. He doesn't like his job. He doesn't like doing what God's given him to do. He wants to be God, be the one that created him. He thinks he can actually do better. And you know what? Seriously, we kind of do that sometimes. So it shouldn't be too shocking to us. But this is what he does. And that angel's name is Satan, the devil, the dragon in Revelation. He is the one. His whole being is about lying, deceiving, and trying to trick people into all the bad things that life has to offer. All of it. He is the father of lies. It's like he invented them. That is his life. That is his job. He knows that one day it's coming to an end, and so his whole purpose in life is to make it miserable for us. So God had this beautiful angel that he created who all of a sudden turned evil, living in heaven. Well, heaven's perfect. God's perfect. Of course we can't have an angel like that living there. So God kicks him out, and about a third of the angels go with him, and those are demons and Satan. These are the ones that God has prepared the lake of fire or hell for. That's what God made that place for, is for those guys, the really evil ones. And so God, perfect home, perfect heaven, is now restored again. Satan and the demons are gone. Heaven is beautiful and perfect again. And there's more to the story, but I'm not going to get into all of it today. So that is your introduction to heaven and hell. And of course, there's more to that story. So stay tuned for next time. I love you guys. Please message me if you have any questions. I really like talking about this stuff. I try to condense it, so I'm not talking all day. So if you have any questions or want to talk, I would really love to help you understand this stuff. So I love you guys. You have a great night, and I will talk to you tomorrow.